Hello everybody, Average Gamer here, and welcome to, well, it's patch notes. It's got to be a patch day tomorrow. So here we go, we're going to go over the patch notes for patch 1.4.111 for the 18th of April, 2017 for tomorrow. There's new loading screens, there's some fixes and changes, there's a new change in the floating chat, there's new gameplay changes, there's the usual titles, bottoms, decals, and all that stuff. There's a new Roughneck, obviously, and the biggest one, Incursion mode. So incursion mode, basically, there's two bases, base A and base B. Whichever base basically takes the most damage, you lose. Simple as that. There is little power things in the middle of the map that you have to take them back to your base and power one of three things. Air control tower, a radar tower, and a jamming tower. If I scroll down here, the three things here, so we got your air tower, radar tower, and your jamming tower. Let's see what these things do here. Air control tower. One power of the air control tower will call in a friendly dropship to fly over the enemy base and attack enemy forces within range. Anti-cabin, or anti, whatever it's supposed to be. You know when you turtle? Camping. Anti-camping, there we go. A dropship will remain brief holding pattern before evacuating the battlefield. A new dropship will arrive every 7 to 10 seconds, depending on the map, as long as the air control tower has power. So for every 2 minutes. I wonder why it says 7 to 17 seconds. I won't guess it might be random. Radar tower. When powered, the enemy radar conducts a radar sweep the battlefield, displaying enemy positions for a duration of 5 seconds. The sweep reoccurs every 25 seconds for as long as the radar tower has power, up to 2 minutes. Radar sweeps will not detect mechs under protection from ECM. So if you got ECM, you're still okay. Or any mech under ECM. Jamming tower. When powered, the jamming tower will use a jamming signal, extending outward from the base, limited to a distance of a couple hundred meters from the fuel cell supply points. Oh, okay, so it'll actually go. So it looks like it'll actually kind of, they'll both come out and they'll hit, kind of go like this, which is pretty cool. So the question is, what do you do first? Right? Do you hit the radar tower or the jamming tower? Jamming tower will jam everything, then the radar tower, right? Now the question is, do these counter each other? Is the question. There is some rewards. If you retrieve a fuel cell, it's 200 XP and 1,000 C-bills. If you install one, it's 2,000 C-bills plus 300 XP. Destroy an enemy base, tower, or... that's pretty good. One thing they've also changed is you can't lock onto things now with R if they're stationary, meaning like turrets, the radar towers, and things like that as well. This is the metal nut. That's the maps they're on, all of them. Obviously, there's the new Roughneck. Video on the Roughneck has been released. For those of you who complain about this not being lore, for the record, Catalyst Games has actually written about it. They've written up a little thing. They've actually written it into lore, or written lore about it. So take your appeal on that. I'm not going to argue about it. I'm just going to say Catalyst Games has written lore about it. Up to you whether you think it's a lore or not. There's all the different variants, the colors that it comes with, all the stuff you get, the badges, and the decals, and obviously the gameplay changes. Command wheel is now going to issue... oh, here we go. Issuing enabled command through either the command wheel or battle grid will now provide map coordinates with the command. For example, issuing help command will in sector J11 will display in chat help J11. That's good. Fix the loophole in faction play. Group fixation where player could receive a connection error when attempting to rejoin an active match. Oh, here we go. So there is a whole bunch of match score changes. Using a missile will not contribute slightly to... there we go. So here it is. This is kind of weird. If I destroy missiles being fired at me, it does not contribute to my score. But if you shoot down missiles targeted at someone else, it actually will contribute to your overall score. Losing match will now contribute more to your final score. Spotting will contribute more to your score. Component destruction, more to your score. Scouting will contribute more. Flanking will clip more. Damage done is actually going to do less. They finally going after that error 53 finally. So there we go. So they're actually overall doing the match score system. So AMS shooting down missiles aimed at you doesn't affect your score. But if you shoot down missiles fired at friendlies, you get better. That affects your score. Spotting assists affects your score better. Even a loss affects your score better. Components destroyed, scouting, flanking. All three of those increase your match score, or will have a bigger effect on your match score, and damage done will have less. Well, it's one thing I asked about, what I said I wanted to do. Some of the matches are all about just doing your damage and killing people. Well, now they're kind of changing up a little bit. Mobile bases, generators, and turrets can no longer be targeted. Mention that. Alpine. Oh, here's a good one. So Alpine Peaks. Here is the new spawn. So they actually moved it from in the little valley here, or the three-sided valley, or four-sided valley, into the open. Right here. So here is the problem. If you spawn in J11, you literally just walk up here and still stand here and you still snipe right down into it. You spawn at H6, you still have to go all the way here. Well, these guys just whoop. So I think this is supposed to be the distance of everybody. That doesn't work, because that will go from here to here. This one would go from here to here. Now, yeah, see here they have to go over this hill, or they actually spawn, I think, down here, or over here. I can't remember where. I think they should have moved this spawn to here, and move this one to here. And then move this to J8, where Theta is. And then moved these guys to 5, 5, and 5. It even changes to 12, 12, and 12. Here and here. Move to J8, and then try it that way. Because then these guys can just run straight through, and just run straight in. The guys here can go right down this valley. And the guys here have the ability to go down, stay under cover, and poke, or even come up here and shoot down. Well, here you still have the ability to run up into K10 and shoot down. And this is where all the heavies spawn. And the assaults. So I don't know about that. Oh! So... Wait, so they made it harder? So they flattened out this hill. Okay. So what they did was this area right here, they spiked it up. And then this hill here, they flattened out. Because this is usually where one side fights from. And here. Wait, so then what about the hill behind it? Oh, wait, no, I'm on top. We would be on top of... Crap. Sweet. Yeah, because there's the opening there. Which will be... So this goes down this way. Oh wow, did they actually expand it all the way? Yeah, so there's that there. So they actually made it... I did it again. So they actually made it almost better for these guys-ish. Because now if you... Oh no, that's why. So they put this up here so these guys can go straight down this way. Ah, okay. That makes more... So these guys can basically run straight down. Because here, if you want to go straight down, you couldn't, because the guys here, or even here, could get on K10 and shoot down at everybody. So that actually might... You know what? The only way I'll know is if it's actually in-game or not. The new floating chat... Oh, nice. You can actually click and drag them. Oh, I like that. Very nice. So you can click, so you can grab it. Oh, yeah, you can open up another one. So click and move around. And I like it. Here is the new loading screen. So apparently this is for all of them now. It'll give you winning conditions, information on it, general tips down there, name the map, see what mode it is, and give you a little legend. And here's how to manually download the patch. So overall, to be honest with you, I think this is going to be the biggest thing. Whether this works or not, to be honest with you. Because I know this here is going to help people from coming to this side. Then again, it does actually leave... Oh! Wait a second. So part of the actual area is on that side. So if I did it again... If you actually come in from H6 or even J6, you can actually get in right here. And you can't shoot from K10. You can't even shoot from L10 or even J10 or even J11 technically. You can't shoot from any direction. You'd actually have to hop up here and then shoot straight down. Actually, that might be a little bit better than I thought. Now, if they also spawn the heavies and assaults here instead of here, we'll have to figure out where everyone... They've changed up the way the spawn locations are. But there we go. So that is the patch review for patch 1.4.111. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next patch. See you on the battlefield. Bye-bye.